WebChart AI is an enterprise-scale platform used to generate training data for NLP automation projects. Let's log in. When I log in as a project manager, I see my project list in the folder pane to the left. If we're managing projects for multiple clients or entities, those clients appear in the drop-down in the top left corner. Selecting a client from the drop-down changes the folder pane view to display their projects. Under each project are different folders that manage my workflow. The pending folder holds all the objects captured in my raw data upload that comprise my project. Each of the rows on screen is a different data object awaiting annotation. After the annotation rules are created, the objects move through the annotation workflow and return to my completed folder. Any objects marked by the annotators for special handling or questions are captured in the rejected folder for review. Completed training data are exported from the platform for use in the model and moved to the exported folder for archiving. If my roles as a project manager are defined to include me in the workflow, my work is displayed in the My Queue folder, including any QA files that have been assigned to me to review. The Workflow Manager screen shows me all data objects currently queued up for annotation for all of our projects. My Totals row shows me all data objects that are either in a pending or QA status. My column headers are filters, allowing me to quickly see a subset of my data, like how many total pending objects I currently have. Or, in this case, how many pending objects for my Diamond Cinema project. I can also see files in other workflow statuses, like how many data objects were completed so far today. Production routing is automated, but routing assignments can be changed on the fly to a different team. The annotator column shows me who's working. Annotators signed into the system show up in green, and as objects are picked up by different team members, the annotator column displays their name next to data objects now in their queue and being worked. The audit trail shows everyone who's touched an object and what action was taken. The object history audit trail shows every iteration of the object, and I can click to open any prior iteration of the object to see what responses had been selected by the annotator. Now I'll click on the Settings link in the top right corner. The Settings area is where I manage my accounts, users, and workflow. In the Account Setting area, I add my clients or entities that my company provides services to. My user screen is where I add and manage my team, along with my in-house and outside vendor annotators, and set their roles and permissions. Workflow Settings is where I create my data object management rules and manage my annotator workflow. Pools is where I create the workgroup, or pool, into which I'll assign my annotators for each project. Clicking QA allows me to create pools specifically designated for QA work. QA pools can be created for closer tracking of any project, team, or annotator. Once my pool is created, I'll use the pool associations to add the annotators to the pool that I assign to work on the project. In my Workflow Rules area, I can create workflow rules for managing the annotation process that are as general or as tightly controlled as I need. For example, I may have certain data objects that I want processed by annotators with the required knowledge level or security clearance. Next is the Annotation area. In the Annotation area, I create my projects. In Projects, I create and name my new project. The description is added for reference, and any special instructions are added for annotators. Prompts is where I create the annotation workflow for the project. First, I add the text for my prompt as I wish it to appear in the annotator's workflow. Then I choose the modality or format that I want the tags or selection options to appear during annotation. Each modality option presents with a preview of how it will present to the annotator. The tag section is where I create the tags library used in each project. Now that my project is created, I'm ready to add my data. I drag and drop my dataset to add the raw data for annotation to my new project. Once that's completed, I'm ready to start annotating. So now let's log in as an annotator. When I do, I'm immediately brought into my web-based editor. Pressing Ctrl-Alt turns on my hotkeys. Any special instructions related to the workflow present in my view, along with job information. In this project, a large electronics company wants to create a daily report on their top 5 client complaints. They've uploaded customer feedback from tweets, online reviews, and other sources, and annotators are manually labeling a set of training data. I'll use my mouse and hotkeys to process a few objects. Now let's log in to take a look at a different project. In this intent analysis project, the objective of the study is to train the NLP speech-to-text engine to pre-identify specific incoming issues from customers. I'll use my mouse and hotkeys to process a few objects. That's a quick look at WebChart AI. For more information, contact us at info@webchartai.com or at 833-772-7200. Thank you.